I still remember the smell of sugar and betrayal. It was a cold February morning, the kind that makes your breath look like smoke and your tears feel like frost. I stood outside Mara's bake shop, clutching a crumpled eviction notice, watching through the glass as my parents laughed with the landlord who had just thrown me out. My parents, the people who had sworn to protect me. 17, I thought love was unconditional, that family was a safe place. But that morning I learned it wasn't. Chapter 1. The lie that burned everything. It started with whispers. Half-truths I didn't understand. Money missing from the register, orders lost, customers complaining about my mistakes. Except they weren't mine. I'd been working at my mother's bakery since I was 14. It was small, the kind of place where cinnamon and vanilla soaked into your clothes and followed you home. I loved it. It was where I felt closest to her, before she began changing. Before her voice became sharp and distant, before she started calling me Lena, like I was some stranger, not her daughter. One day she called a family meeting. Her eyes were cold as she said, "We can't have a thief living under our roof." I laughed. Actually laughed. "Who are you talking about?" "You," she said. The room went silent. My father looked away, jaw tight. My older brother, Damon, smirked from the couch, his arms crossed. I didn't understand until he spoke. "I saw her take it," he said. "Cash from the drawer. Twice." My world tilted. Damon. My brother who used to sneak me extra pastries, who promised we'd run the bakery together someday. I looked to my parents, begging them to see the truth. I didn't. But my father cut me off. "We trusted you. And you betrayed that trust." That was the night they threw me out. No money. No clothes beyond what I could grab. No explanation that made sense. Just the sharp slam of a door and the sound of my own heart breaking. Chapter 2. Years in the cold. For 2 years I slept wherever I could. Shelters, friends' couches, sometimes the back seat of my beat-up car. I worked in diners, cleaned offices, anything to keep going. The world wasn't kind, but at least it was honest. One night, while scrolling through job listings, I saw something that made my stomach twist. Mara's bake shop, hiring. They were expanding. My family's bakery. The same one that had labeled me a thief. I should have turned the screen off. But instead I kept reading, and that's when I saw the name of their new partner. Damon Coldwell. Course. The golden child had taken over. I wondered how he slept at night. That same week, I applied for a position at a nearby bakery called Amber and Crumb. It was owned by an older woman named Elsie, sharp-tongued, but kind in ways she didn't show easily. She taught me everything my mother never had. Real business, not just recipes. Over the next decade, I built myself from the ground up. I learned the science of bread, the art of pastries, the music of ovens and timers. And I saved every penny, every sleepless hour. Chapter 3. The Return. When I came back to my hometown at 27, no one recognized me. I changed my name, Elena Ross now, not Lena Coldwell. The first thing I did was buy the abandoned building across from Mara's bake shop. I painted the walls cream, strung warm lights across the windows, and called it Rise and Bloom. Opening day was chaos. Lines out the door, the smell of fresh croissants drawing people like moths. Within 3 months, we were outselling every bakery in town, including theirs. I thought success would taste sweet. But revenge has a strange aftertaste. Rich at first, then hollow. Until one morning I saw him. Damon stood at my counter, holding a cup of coffee, staring at the pastry case like it held ghosts. His face was harder now, eyes tired. When our eyes met, he froze. "Lena." The sound of my old name cut through me like glass. "I go by Elena now," I said. He looked at the floor. "I heard about your place. It's doing well." I smiled tightly. "Better than expected." "Yours?" He exhaled slowly. "Not great. I'm sick. Dad retired. We're drowning, honestly." I said nothing. Just waited. Finally he looked up. "Lena, about what happened when you were 17. His voice cracked. "It was me. I took the money. I blamed you because Dad would have cut me off if he knew. And Mom, she believed me. She wanted to. My chest went numb. Wanted to. He nodded. She found out later. A few months after you left. But she told Dad not to tell you. She said it was better if you didn't come back. The words hit like a car crash. She knew. He swallowed. Yeah. For a long moment, the bakery noise around us faded. The chatter, the clatter, the soft hum of life. It was just me and the echo of 17, standing outside in the cold again. Then something in me broke, not loudly but quietly like a thread snapping. Chapter 4. The truth rises. A week later, I visited my parents' old shop. The lights were dim, the sign peeling. Inside, my mother sat at a corner table, frail, her hands trembling. When she saw me, her lips parted in disbelief. Lena. I didn't speak. Just placed a small white box on the table, a cream-filled pastry topped with sugar. One of hers. I bought your bakery's debt, I said quietly. You'll be closing next week. She closed her eyes. A tear slipped down her cheek. I deserve that. I should have felt satisfaction. One. I had everything they took from me and more. But instead, all I felt was a hollow ache. Why? I whispered. Why lie? Her voice shook. Because he was my son. And you were stronger. I knew you'd survive. The truth twisted deeper than any lie ever could. I turned to leave, but she caught my wrist. I think about you every day, she said. I see you in every loaf I bake. You were the heart of that shop. I looked down at her hand, thin, trembling, desperate, and for the first time in 10 years I didn't feel anger. Just exhaustion. I was the heart, I said softly. But you broke it. Then I walked out. Chapter 5, Aftermath. It's been 3 years since that day. Mara's bake shop is gone. In its place stands a quiet little park bench overlooking rise and bloom. Sometimes I sit there early in the morning, watching the sunrise paint the windows gold. People come and go, laughing, eating, living. They see a successful businesswoman. They don't see the 17-year-old girl who once begged her family to believe her. But every morning when I knead the dough and the scent of sugar fills the air, I remember her. The girl they cast out. The woman who came home anyway. And in the quiet hum of my bakery, where warmth replaces bitterness, I finally understand. Some lies destroy. But some rebuild you, piece by piece, into someone they'll never be able to break again.